आइए आपको बराह रास्त ये चलते हैं। एहसान इकबाल इस वक्त इजलास से खिताब कर रहे हैं।
China and financial institutions whose collaboration and continuous support has been instrumental in making CPAC a great success. Today we have gathered here to reflect upon the achievements that we have made so far under this strategic initiative, challenges that require endeavors for improvements, and navigate the future prospects so as to steer this economic corridor towards new heights of successes. The projects that were once conceptualized and documented are now on ground, progressing and becoming a reality, symbolizing the enduring bond of our iron brotherhood and the advancement of our all-weather strategic cooperative partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, CPAC has emerged as a transformative force and as a flagship project of BRI in the region, particularly for Pakistan. Over the past decade, CPAC has experienced multiple ups and downs, proving to be a testament to our enduring partnership and its potential for transformative development. It has taught us the importance of flexibility and the ability to address concerns proactively. Through these experiences, we have gained valuable insights into the art of forging resilient partnerships that stand the test of time. Last year, Pakistan and China celebrated a decade of successful, high-quality development and ever closer collaboration under CPAC. During these celebrations, Vice Premier His Excellency Ha Lifeng, as representing President Xi Jinping, unveiled 5 new corridors: 1 growth corridor, 2 livelihood enhancing corridor, 3 innovation corridor, 4th green corridor, and 5th open and regional connectivity corridor. Pakistan's side appreciates the vision of Chinese leadership to upgrade the second phase of CPAC with inclusion of these 5 corridors, which are aligned with Pakistan's 5 E's development framework. We are ready to work with NDRC to finalize the scope and implementation plan on these corridors. Both sides are highly committed to this shared vision, and together, China and Pakistan have embarked on a journey of shared dreams, working hand in hand to build high-quality development projects. It is heartening to note the steady progress CPAC has made since its inception in 2013. In the energy sector, we have successfully completed 16 projects with generation capacity of over 8,000 megawatts, along with 2 coal mines and a 660 kV high voltage direct current transmission line. The total investment in these projects is around $16 billion. Currently, 1 hydropower project of 884 megawatts, Suki Kinari, worth 1.7 billion is under construction and expected to be commissioned later this year. 3 power projects, including 2 hydel, Azad Patan and Kohala, and 1 coal-based Gwadar power project with a generation capacity of 2,100 megawatts with a cost of over $4 billion, are in the advanced stage to achieve financial closure, and we urge and request Chinese side for its support in achieving groundbreaking of these projects during the current year. A major breakthrough in energy sector has been the consensus between Pakistan and China to further evaluate an in-depth study to shift up the power plants from imported coal to local coal. This strategic move will not only reduce Pakistan's import bill, but also facilitate payments to Chinese companies. I am pleased to share the development of coal mining in Thar, and this has enabled us to utilize this tremendous indigenous coal resource which had remained untapped for decades, significantly contributing to our energy security and economic growth. We look forward to transform this huge coal deposit into green energy through coal gasification project. In the transport sector, 8 projects have been completed thus far at a cost of $6.7 billion, and several projects including roads, Gwadar Airport and digital media projects are well underway. We hope to see Gwadar Airport in service this year. CPEC has contributed in construction of around 888 kilometers of motorways and highways with both Chinese and local financing. Additionally, another 853 kilometers are currently under construction through local financing. The Karakoram Highway Havelian Thakot project has won the ENR award. The project, one of the flagship endeavors in this sector, has received international recognition for its excellence, and we are in advanced stage to sign a framework agreement on Karakoram Highway Thakot and Raikot section of Karakoram Highway. Excellency, I would like to provide an update on some pressing infrastructure issues that require urgent attention. I am pleased to inform you that Pakistan has made significant progress on Pakistan Railways main line ML1 project. The remodified PC1 has been approved with cost of $6.8 billion in 2 phases, and the project is now ready for the bidding process among eligible Chinese companies. We request bidding process to start immediately in view of the deterioration of this railway track. Signing the commercial contract will pave the way for finalizing the financing agreement and ultimately for the project's physical implementation. Therefore, I urge NDRC and National Railway Administration to authorize the immediate commencement of the bidding process and establish timelines leading up to the groundbreaking of the project. Another priority project is Karachi Circular Railway, which will benefit a large segment of Pakistan's biggest city, Karachi. The provincial government of Sindh has revised the project documents, and its internal processing by the government Pakistan is nearing completion. The project is proposed to be implemented under a G2G arrangement similar to Lahore Orange Line metro train project. The Pakistani side has presented 2 infrastructure projects for consideration under CPEC financing. The construction of Sakhar Hyderabad motorway project, which is very viable on public-private partnership also, and Chinese enterprises can take part in this project, and Wangu Hill Tunnel project on the M8. Both projects have been discussed in the joint working group meeting. I want to highlight the efforts and commitment of Pakistani side in construction of remaining sections of the M8 motorway, specifically Hoshab, Avaran and Avaran-Nal sections. Completion of these sections is crucial for the effectiveness and connectivity of Gwadar Port, and we are dedicated to advancing these projects using local resources. Excellency, Gwadar Port has been made operational and several infrastructure and social projects have been completed. These developments are pivotal and in transformation of Gwadar into a smart port city will play an important role, promising to significantly improve the lives and livelihood of the people of Gwadar and adjoining coastal areas. We deeply acknowledge the Chinese side support for socio-economic development projects in Gwadar in particular and in Pakistan in general. These projects have significantly uplifted the livelihoods of our people and hold great significance for the sustainability and long-term development of CPEC. As we shift our focus from G to G, government to business, B2B cooperation in the next phase of CPEC, we emphasize high-quality development and industrialization, agriculture, science and technology, and information technology areas. Now is the time to attract investors and manufacturers to populate the special economic zones, develop Gwadar as a business district, and create high-quality tourist resorts in Gwadar. To this end, we propose signing of an MOU to promote cooperation in these areas. The second phase of CPEC has begun, but much work remains to ensure its success. We are progressing on developing 4 priority special economic zones, including Rashakai, Allama Iqbal Industrial City, Dhabeji, and Bostan Special Economic Zone. However, we need to replicate the Chinese experience in this area to set up our SEZs similarly to Chinese SEZs. We require support from your technical experts to advise our SEZ authorities regularly. This can be facilitated under the Industrial Cooperation Framework Agreement recently signed between both sides. We earnestly seek relocation of Chinese industries in these SEZs. Chinese companies can reallocate their manufacturing units in these SEZs, benefits from low-cost labor force, high return on investment, and easy and cheaper access to world markets. We also propose to convene Pakistan-China Business Forum in collaboration with NDRC for promoting business-to-business and contacts and matchmaking between Pakistani and Chinese enterprises. Excellency, agriculture cooperation is a crucial element of the second phase of CPEC. I am pleased to inform you that both sides have signed multiple agreements and protocols to promote the export of Pakistan's agriculture commodities to China. Recently, Pakistan has started exporting red chili, sesame, heated beef, animal skins, and other agricultural products to China, leading to a significant increase in agricultural exports. Chinese agricultural companies have established 7 production facilities and have begun large-scale cattle and crop farming. In view of climate change, Pakistan faces the challenge of adapting its agriculture to smart agriculture through Green Revolution 2.0. In this regard, we propose an MOU for agricultural research cooperation and capacity building. This will help to modernize Pakistan's agriculture and enhance its productivity कहना चाहिए था
वज़ीर मनसूबाबंदी एहसन इकबाल पाक चीन इक़्तिसादी राहदारी की मुश्तरका ताउन कमेटी के इजलास से खिताब कर रहे थे। उनकी जानिब से कहा गया कि पाकिस्तान और चीन के दरमियान सरमायाकारी के हवाले से ताल्लुक़ में इजाफा हो रहा है। दरपेश चैलेंजेस के खात्मे के लिए पाकिस्तान और चीन के हुकाम तफसीली गुफ्तगू करेंगे। उनकी जानिब से मज़ीद कहा गया कि चीन और पाकिस्तान के दरमियान CPEC एक अहम मनसूबा है। चीन से मजबूत ताल्लुकात को फ़रोग़ दिया जाएगा। उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि पाकिस्तान और चीन ने CPEC के 10 साल कामयाबी से मुकम्मल कर लिए हैं।